Tonight at 6, we have the latest updates as the strikes in Iran and bordering countries reach their third day of conflict.
Over the weekend, a deadly shooting in Texas took place at a popular bar. What investigators have to say about the potential connection to the conflict in the Middle East.
Today, an Ohio woman stole an ambulance in Akron. Find out how the heist was possible as Kent Stater TV starts right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good Monday evening, Portage County, and welcome back to the Kent Stater TV. I'm Lila Schaefer-Hughes.
And I'm Amanda Nichelle. Thank you for joining us. We start today with the U.S.-Iran strikes.
The U.S. and Israel's war with Iran has entered its third day of conflict. At least 555 people killed, according to the Iranian Red Crescent.
Several other countries were also hit, including Iraq, Lebanon, Israel, Kuwait, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. CNN's Leigh Wallman has more details.
And send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
President Donald Trump acknowledging the realities. More military men and women could be killed as Operation Epic Fury continues. The U.S. and Israel launched a massive and coordinated military attack designed to eliminate the Iranian regime and its nuclear program.
Where does this go? In many ways, it's not up to the president, nor is it up to Netanyahu. It's up to the Iranians.
U.S. military experts weighing in on what may lie ahead in the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran.
Look, this fight is going to go on until they capitulate and return to the negotiating table under different terms.
In addition to those killed in Iran and Israel since the start of the war, there have been deaths and damage in locations across the Middle East. As Iran launches strikes against almost all of its neighbors, many U.S. allied Gulf countries. With Iran's supreme leader, defense minister, and other key leaders dead, the regime on Sunday formed a provisional leadership council and has indicated a new supreme leader could soon be chosen.
This is a regime which is its existence is at stake, and it's doing the only thing that it knows to do, which is to lash out violently.
In Washington, D.C., I'm Leigh Waldman.
President Donald Trump called the operation a necessary mission and claimed that this war was the last chance of addressing the threat posed by Iran's ballistic missiles and nuclear program, while also not ruling out the possibility of sending U.S. troops into Iran, but claiming they won't be needed. President Trump went on to say that the attacks will continue until all objectives are achieved. Here's what the president said.
We have the strongest and most powerful by far military in the world, and we will easily prevail. We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is.
4 U.S. service members have been killed in action against Iran. On a social media post, the U.S. Central Command confirmed the deaths happening during the attack in Kuwait. That is all part of the ongoing military operation Epic Fury that is responsible for the recent conflicts. The operation's stated objective is to eliminate Iran's ability to develop or produce nuclear weapons. That is done through the enrichment of uranium.
The mission of Operation Epic Fury is laser-focused. Destroy Iranian offensive missiles, destroy Iranian missile production, destroy their navy and other security infrastructure, and they will never have nuclear weapons.
6 protesters were killed and 20 others were injured after storming the U.S. consulate in Pakistan's port city of Karachi. Videos posted to social media suggest the protest was motivated by the U.S.-Israel attacks on neighboring Iran. The movement of U.S. government personnel had already been restricted in Karachi by the consulate due to the current regional tensions.
Protests are being organized across the country this week as tensions continue to rise amid the recent conflicts. Over the weekend, large crowds gathered in major cities with demonstrators on both sides filling streets, parks, and public squares. Many called for action from national leaders. Organizers say additional rallies and community events are planned in the days ahead.
2 dead and 14 wounded in a shooting at a popular bar in downtown Austin. The suspect, who fired a pistol at bar patrons from inside a car, was killed by police officers. Investigators say there is no evidence that suggests the shooting might have a connection to terrorist acts, and they have federal investigators assisting local law enforcement.
The first 15, 20 bangs, I wasn't scared because I didn't know what was going on. But by then, I didn't fully comprehend if the shooter was down or not. Thought he might be coming after me and the other 15 of us that were waiting in that little courtyard. So, yeah, very terrifying.
Law enforcement released the identity of the man suspected in Sunday's mass shooting in Austin, Texas. Police identified the gunman as 53-year-old Nigel DeGros, who are now trying to determine the cause of this deadly attack at the bar in downtown Austin. Deceased suspect is being further investigated by the FBI and local authorities to determine if there is any relation to the U.S. military strike against Iran.
We will not rest until every last trail or piece of information is pursued to determine if there's anybody else involved in this whatsoever. And if so, obviously, we will track them down, find them, and bring them to justice.
Good evening, Portage County, and welcome to your first weather forecast of this beautiful sunny day. We'll first start with the whole of Ohio in total. We'll start with Toledo at 33 degrees. Then we're moving down to Columbus and Cincinnati with both being 34 degrees, beating Toledo by 1, a little warmer. Now we'll step over to make room for Athens, which is 34 degrees, with Canton and Akron being 37 degrees, and Pittsburgh at a nice 36 degrees. Now getting a little closer in Ohio, we'll start with Sandusky at 30 degrees, with Mansfield being 34 and Cleveland a nice 32 degrees. Along with Worcester being 35, Akron Kent 37, Kent 38, Ashtabula 33 degrees, and Youngstown at 39 being the warmest. The hourly forecast for this evening at 8 p.m. is 32 degrees with a chance of 1% precipitation, and 10 p.m. 31 degrees with precipitation, 3%, and at 12 a.m. 6% precipitation at 31 degrees as well. That wraps up our first forecast, but stay tuned for more because I will be back with the rest of this week.
Advocates for both marijuana legalization and gun rights are challenging the Trump administration's defense of a 1968 federal law that bans unlawful drugs users from owning firearms. Although a Trump-ordered policy change is speeding up a change with the federal marijuana rules, it does not fully legalize the drug.
Some national treasures could be heading to an airport near you. The so-called Freedom plane is on its way to start its national tour. After taking off from Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport Monday morning, the Boeing 737 is carrying at least 10 lesser-known founding-era documents from the National Archives. With multiple destinations on its route, the Freedom plane will be going to Kansas City, Seattle, Los Angeles, and many other cities to mark the nation's 2050 anniversary.
Gas prices are on the rise after a tax hit main petrol providers. Find out how high gas prices in the Northeast Ohio could raise.
Notice the moon looking a little red? Find out what phenomenon is causing it.
What if your research could reach beyond the classroom? Welcome to the 40th Graduate Research Symposium. This two-day event brings graduate students from all disciplines together to present their work, exchange ideas, and engage with faculty and peers. Join us each day at 8 a.m. for research and collaboration with award opportunities and keynote speaker Professor Michael Beam. Register for Graduate Research Symposium March 19th and 20th at the Kent State Student Center.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
And although I may be lonely, stick around for what each of the cast members has planned for today.
All that and more on College Voice.
Peace.
Peace out.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin? Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Doesn't see race. Love is love.
Welcome.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Welcome back. We are now shifting our focus to local news starting in Akron. A woman is facing charges after stealing an ambulance earlier today. Akron Fire responded to a medical call. While the crew was inside, a woman got into the ambulance and drove it away. Hours after, the ambulance was found in the parking lot of the old Chapter Hill Mall. A police investigation is taking place after a man driving a semi-truck led officers on a chase. Hitting several vehicles before the police shot him, Akron police then asked the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation to take over, and the BCI units are now reviewing the case.
A Lake County woman was sentenced on Friday for a Medicaid scheme. The 40-year-old woman worked as a home health aide, providing in-home care to a dozen Medicaid recipients. The investigation revealed that the woman frequently billed for non-existent services, including days where patients were hospitalized and days she billed Medicaid for more than 24 hours of services. The woman was sentenced to 90 days in jail and 5 years of community control. She must also pay $775,000 in restitution to the Ohio Department of Medicaid. Ohio's traffic fatalities were down for the fourth year straight. From 2021 through 2025, there were 5,600 fatal crashes on Ohio roadways. 2025 had a drop of 3.7% from the past year, while serious injury crashes dropped from 6,400 in 2021 to 5,900 in 2025. Governor Mike DeWine said that while the numbers are lower, the number remains far too high and encourages drivers to look ahead and stay focused on driving.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
A blood-red moon will soon be in the skies for a total lunar eclipse.
The spectacle will be visible Tuesday morning from North America, Central America, and the western part of South America.
Solar and lunar eclipse happen due to a precise alignment of the sun, moon, and earth, and there are between 4 to 7 a year, according to NASA.
To be able to observe it, you don't need any special equipment, just a clear, cloudless view of the sky.
I really wish I could see the blood moon.
Are we going to be able to see the blood moon with our weather here?
Unfortunately, the weather is taking a turn starting tonight with partial cloudy conditions that may obstruct the celestial spectacle. I hope you guys missed me because I have some more weather forecasts for you for the rest of this week. Today it was 41 degrees and very sunny. It's basically summer in Ohio today. The wind was 6 miles per hour going in the east direction. Now looking at tomorrow's weather, there is going to be steady rain with light wind, but a full moon. The wind will be 6 miles per hour south with humidity at 95 to 99%, so get your hair ready for the day. The extended forecast for this week was starting out for Monday. The high was 41 with the low of 30. The precipitation being 43%. Tuesday, the high is 47 with the low of 36, with the rain chance being 44%. On Wednesday, the high is 51, the low is 45, and the precipitation is 59%. On Thursday, the high is 57 with a low of 51, and that percentage is 91 for precipitation. On Friday, the high will be 64 with a low of 48 and a 35% precipitation change. It will be also partly cloudy with some sun. On Saturday, the high is 70 with a low of 48 and 53% chance. And then Sunday is a high of 59, low of 46, 14% precipitation. This wraps up the forecast for today, and I hope you enjoyed the sun because the weather will be taking a turn this week. For KSTV, I'm Talia Scassa.
Thanks, Talia. A lot is happening in the skies, but also a lot of big changes in the business world.
That is true. Here, Anne-Marie Chula with more details. Hi, Anne-Marie. What can you tell us?
Thanks, guys. I have some updates in the world of business, beginning with some changes in gas prices. Gas prices began to increase as the conflict with Iran affects global oil markets. AAA said the national average for regular gas was nearly below $3 a gallon Monday, which is 6 cents higher from last week. Going forward, prices could also increase from 5 to 10 cents a day, with some wholesalers increasing their prices by 25 cents a gallon. To keep money in your pocket, Apple included a budget model to its new lineup of devices. The iPhone 17e will cost around $600. Analysts believe that could indicate a demand for less expensive cellular choices. The iPhone has the most recent A19 chip without all the extra parts like its high-price alternatives. It also has double the speed and entry-level storage from the company's previous proposed budget. Now in the courtroom, a huge legal case in the music industry started in New York Monday. The Justice Department is suing Live Nation, insisting it's a monopoly that exerts its authority to harm rivals and raise prices of tickets. Live Nation rejects the claims, but if the Justice Department's case is successful, it may ask the judge to separate Live Nation and Ticketmaster. The trial is believed to take about a month. Also starting today in a San Francisco federal court, a trial for Elon Musk's turbulent purchase of Twitter. The case focuses on Musk's statements from May of 2022 when he said his deal to buy Twitter was temporarily on pause due to unease over spam accounts. Plaintiffs insist Musk publicly criticized the company in a scheme to decrease market value so he could possibly buy Twitter for less than his original offer. Musk has denied any wrongdoing. From your home to the big screen, 2 streaming services will now become one. Paramount Plus and HBO Max will create one streaming platform after Paramount combined with Warner Bros. Discovery. Paramount CEO David Ellison shared the idea on an investor call Monday. While Ellison did not share a name or the prices to stream the platform, he did say combining the two will happen over the next few years. The merge still needs to be approved, which could take multiple months. For KSTV, I'm Anne-Marie Chula.
The Cleveland Cavaliers took on the Brooklyn Nets on Saturday. Stay tuned to see if they snapped a 2-game losing streak in Harden's return.
Good
morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class, today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Hey there, welcome to Kent Core.
Kent Core?
Kent Core. To Kent Core.
Hello and good afternoon. I'm Trent Branchin and welcome to the Monday Sports Block. We've got big news coming out of Kent, so let's head over to the track and see what's going on. The Kent State women's track team won the MAC for the first time since 2014. Anne-Marie Chilton led the way and contributed 13 points on Saturday, highlighted by her first indoor gold medal. She also competed in the relay race with Ella Baker, Casey Musgrave, and Marina Antimo, completing the 4x400 meter that finished second. The second place finish closed the meet and clinched the team title. Staying in Kent, the Kent State men's basketball team took on Akron this past Friday. Even with the rivalry, the game wasn't very close. Akron won 92-70. Kent State moves to 21-8 on the season and gets another chance to bounce back tomorrow at Northern Illinois. In other men's college basketball news, the AP Men's Top 25 poll came out today. Let's take a look. There's only 1 week of regular season play left, so let's see how the top 5 got shaken up. The Duke Blue Devils are #1 ranked team as their coach ties Tom Izzo for the most votes into the AP Top 25 in their first 4 seasons. The Arizona Wildcats are #2, clinching the Big 12 regular season title. And the Michigan Wolverines, coming in at #3, also clinched their regular season title, winning the Big 10. And new to the top 5 this week, we have the UConn Huskies at 4 and Florida Gators at 5. The Cleveland Cavaliers took on the Nets yesterday. Let's take a look at the highlights. Harden has first game back from injury. He's backing down the player, fires a pass to Sam Merrill. Sam Merrill fires a 3, nothing but the bottom of the net. Schroeder surveying, finds Harden at the top of the key. He fires, gets fouled, knocked over, and knocks down the 3. The Nets trying to get something going. Finds Michael Porter Jr. He pump fakes, hits a double step back, and buries the triple. Harden taking the ball up the court, hits it between the legs with the guy all over him, gets another foul for an and 1 3-pointer. Keon Ellis gets the steal, running the break, finds Sam Merrill in the middle. Sam Merrill throws it up to Jared Allen for the two-handed slam. The Nets trying to get something going again. Finds Michael Porter Jr. in the corner for 3 and makes it. That'll complete his 26-point game. Brooklyn tried to make a comeback with that last 3-pointer, but it wasn't enough as the Cavs win 106-102. Harden led the Cavs with a near triple-double, 22 points and 9 rebounds and 8 assists. And sadly, that is all the sports I have for you today. So to stay up to all things Kent State, head over to KentStater.com and make sure to follow Kent Stater Sports on Instagram. For KSTV, I'm Trent Branchin.
A month after Catherine O'Hara passed away, another actor accepted the award on her behalf. Find out what award she won.
Cello Fantoni has served on the scientific committee of the Palace of Versailles for the past decade. Through this prestigious position, Fantoni creates worldwide connections, helping Kent State students and faculty realize one-of-a-kind global experiences.
Today, Kent State University is a global university. We have a presence in every single continent of this planet. If we send our Ohio students all over the world and bring their experiences back, we create the conditions in Ohio for a much healthier and stronger development of the entire state. When you come back and you have more tools in your brain, more options for solutions, you are a more talented, a more versatile professional. And this is what the market wants today. The future of higher education is global.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
We've had plenty of professionals come into our campus because they really love the work that students are doing here. Just having that professional experience that we try to mimic every day, I have really been able to show up and confidently say to employers, I've tried this, I've edited, shot, and interviewed plenty of people and think I could be an asset to this newsroom, but I want to learn.
A month after her unexpected death, Catherine O'Hara won an award at the 32nd Actor Awards for her performance on The Studio. O'Hara won Best Female Actor in the Comedy Series and received a standing ovation after being announced as the winner. Seth Rogen, the creator of The Studio, accepted the award on her behalf and shared emotional memories of his creative collaborator. Thank you for tuning in on your Monday evening. For more stories in your community, be sure to check out thekentstater.com.
And tune in at 8 p.m. for Sports Corner.
I'm Lila Schaefer-Hughes.
And I'm Amanda Nichelle. Have a good night, Portage County.
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. We lost Leo when he was only 19, killed by fentanyl he didn't even know he was taking. He was my heart, my son.
My grandson. I wish you could have met him. Such a beautiful young man. Kind, smart, funny, sweet, a great kid.
Go to ladrfoundation.org to join us in the fight against fentanyl.
Thank you.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
We all deserve a place to call home. That's an American dream.